Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
Well, we got the crowd jumping and jumping all around here tonight. Oh, the Junkyard Dog is coming up the steps and into the ring, and his music has brought him here. And he means what he says about his music, about his wrestling. A lot of pride in that young man. This will be a tag team battle, and you see Tiger Conway Jr. and the Junkyard Dog, the Soul Patrol, and but I think outside the ring is the tremendous show.
The team of Tiger Conway Jr. and the Junkyard Dog.
So there you have them, and now we are about ready to go as Tully Blanchard starts to scream to referee Nick Kozak that he wants the Junkyard Dog to get rid of that chain right now. And we'll see what happens with the Junkyard Dog. He's looking around for a place to deposit. So safely in the hands of our timekeeper, we are set to go with all instructions being given. And first time you've been able to hear yourself think here since that music let loose, and we're ready to go right now. But Tully Blanchard, as he moves around, the bell sounds, and Tully stays in, and so does Tiger. The Junkyard Dog moves out. We're about set to have Tully Blanchard and Tiger Conway Jr. start with, that's gorgeous Gino coming into your picture there. And of course, he tried to get into Tiger's picture too. The Tiger and Tully have met here in individual battles and that have been classics. Tully is tough. He's a rugged customer, and now he went into the wrong corner and gets blasted for his trouble. Outside and all over the floor is Tully Blanchard, and Gino commiserates with him. Oh, that's a touching picture, I want you to know. But Tully Blanchard's going to have to get back in and face the music or the Tiger roar or whatever you want it to be. Tully was taken by sheer surprise that time, and now is looking for an opportunity to catch Tiger unawares. He missed what he was looking for. He was trying to get in there with a sucker kick, and Tiger just got it out of his way. We've got a side headlock now for Tiger Conway as he puts the big squeeze in there, and oh, a crash and a landing, and again Tully Blanchard almost went into the corner of the Junkyard Dog, who just stood there and raised a big fist, and the first thing you know, Tully Blanchard was bouncing across the opposite side of the ring and looking for wide open spaces. Tully's going to have to come in the ring and then touch Gino. He can't touch from the floor and come up. So let me remind you that our ticket office at 1919 Caroline at the corner of Pierce will be open each day of the week, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 until 4:30. And all 20 Ticketmaster stores outlets have tickets, Montgomery Ward stores, places like that. May we remind you that it will be Mexican death match in the final event. Mil Mascaras and his brother Dos Caras battling gorgeous Gino and Tully Blanchard to get even for what happened here last Friday night. And you saw it on the program tonight. and it will be a wild, wild affair, and so will the semifinal. The dog right now is making some great strides, and we tell you that we have to go now, but our friend Doug Russell Chevrolet still wants to talk to you about that old-fashioned deal, but they got a new car in 1982. It's time to say goodnight. So those body slams stretched them out, and now with gorgeous Gino holed up in the corner, they rammed into each other. A driving, walloping, head-first crash that time, and Tully is still wanting to find out which way is up. And again, that touching scene. But we may see more of those, because look at the dog. The dog's down on all fours, and he is surveying the opposition as they come into the ring. And the fans are howling here. They are howling to let the Junkyard Dog know that they are with him. Waistlock, and the Junkyard Dog gets in there to turn it into a bear hug on Gino, as referee Juan Reynosa looks and looks closely. Got him again, scooped him up. Big squeeze, and Gino is calling for Tully to come in. And Tully starts to climb on the top rope, and Tiger Conway Jr. just bounced up and down on that rope, and finally Tully lost his balance and fell into the ring before he reached the zenith of his climb. 5 minutes have gone by. This match has no time limit, but with the Gino himself maneuvering around that ring. There's a drop in there to catch the Junkyard Dog, and again, and on top is Tully Blanchard, but Blanchard couldn't stay on top of the Junkyard Dog any more than Gino could. Now Tully is tough on the business of dealing out punishment. Oh, he better be tough taking it, because he just crashed into that turnbuckle, and the Junkyard Dog caught a vicious knee up into the midsection, and Tully now is trying to tame the dog with a reverse chin lock. He's got his hands clamped right around the dog's whiskers, and he is, listen to the fans, JYD is listening to them too. He is coming to life, and he is letting loose with his power, and he's got it. And in comes Tiger Conway Jr. He's got the speed, and he's laying it in on Tully in a beautiful fashion. Walloping in there, and Tiger Conway just knocked Gino right off that ring apron. So up in the ring, Tully Blanchard trying to benefit from the brief bit of attention as as Gino was off of the ring, and Gino is back up again now, so he's got to keep his eye open in all directions. The action now with Tully and Tiger as Tully holds up in that corner. I'm just watching to see what Gino is likely to do, and Tully is out of range. Oh, great. Absolutely great. He whirled him around right into problem territory. And Gino comes in here with his shuffle. There, go, 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 starts it, and Tiger is ready to take him on no matter how the going goes. And Gino swinging at anything, and that time he almost caught anything. Flying head scissors, beautifully done by Tiger Conway. And the dog is on the outside, cheering him along. There's a target there, and all Tiger wants is one shot, and he found it. That's a good way to bring a man into the ring, I'll tell you, and Tully landed on his head right here, so we know that it was a good way as far as Tiger was concerned. And the dog, he just walked along there and frightened Tully out of 6 months' growth. Gino trying to set him up. Back heel, and a great move. And Gino clobbers him. Could be the fall. And Gino, with that long leg of his, was able to get up there and drive his foot right in the stomach. And Tiger had to fight to get out of that one. But here is the Tully to carry on the blasting and again up into the midsection. And the referee, here's the dog arguing about Tiger being held in that corner. And the dog will fight for his partner, and you know that now. Tully going for a back body drop, up and over and down hard. Tiger, he's going to come off the top rope, the second rope, and there's one, there's two, and that was almost
10
3.
minutes.
It was close to 3. And Tiger was driven into the knee of Gino Hernandez that time. And Gino trying to set him up for the same sort of treatment, drop kick, and Tiger needs to get the dog in there. Everybody needs to get their partner in there sometime, and this is a time when Tiger should be making his efforts, but is probably a little befuddled in there because of the continued punishment, and the foot come up into the midsection, and on top. There's one, there's two, and that was close. There's a touch. The touch goes to Tully, and Tully is trying to finish the job. He's going for that same hold he had before, the front headlock, and then turning it into that high lift, crashing lift. And the dog now, the dog is getting the fans to roar. Gino, the Tiger is over there. Tiger touches. In comes the dog, and the fans did not see the dog touch hands. He did not see the dog touch hands, and so Tiger's touch was in vain. As Tully gets the touch to come in and go after Tiger again. And over on this other side, the
would pay the price.
world's heavyweight champion Nick Bockwinkel came over here and jerked the dog off of the ring and down onto the floor, and he hit the hard concrete here, and Bockwinkel is standing out here applauding. He just quietly came around here and took the dog out of the action, and now as Gino comes in, there is nobody in the corner. The dog is on the concrete. The dog is cut. The dog is bleeding, and up over, and Tiger lands and is able to absorb the punishment. The dog is on the floor here. He was stomped down into the concrete by Bockwinkel. And here the dog is on his feet just beyond us. And Tiger is over the tag, and the dog is bleeding all over the floor here. And there's dog. He just got up to the ring post that time, and his second tried to help him. As Tully Blanchard goes to work on Tiger Conway Jr., and Tiger is trying to block him, try and lift him up and down. Oh, what a driving solid crash, but they could both be out. Here comes the Junkyard Dog roaring up into the ring, and the climbing up on the apron now. I don't think he is totally with it. He is a little bit out, and Tiger is about to fight. And as the touch comes, it comes the Dog, and Dog is being walloped by Gino Hernandez, and there's a wild, wild, wild look in his eye, and he suddenly comes through that rope, and he moves along that ring in the direction of Gino Hernandez and just follows him around the ring, and two heads better than one for that side of thing. And here is the Junkyard Dog, blood running down his face and his temper running all over, and he picks up Tully Blanchard, drops in there. There's one, there's two, there is two, and Tiger Conway keeps Gino Hernandez from breaking the action up. Now the Dog did it. The Dog did it. A wild, wild free-for-all here as the Junkyard Dog pinned Tully Blanchard. Up on the ring is world's champion Nick Bockwinkel, who almost made a victory for Tully and Gino possible. And now we've got something going here because the Junkyard Dog has brought Nick Bockwinkel into the ring. Nick was up there to get even for an incident that happened earlier here when he was hit in the chest with the music machine of Junkyard Dog, and and he came over here and said he told me he'd get even. Well, whether he said he'd get even or not, he tried to get even. What an uproar! What an uproar! And we tell you this. We'll be back here in a moment, right after this word from the studio.